Welcome back, troglodytes, to Would You Rock or Not? Today we have a 1957 reissue Les Paul in an exotic finish that I've never seen before. It's a unique blue and gold finish. Now, I ran across this listing while shopping for some new Gibson branded pots. After my purchase of them, the seller reached out. He's like, "Oh, I watch your videos all the time." Being a seller of guitars online, I've always been scared you would feature one of my guitars. I hope people aren't scared of me featuring it. The whole point of the Rock or Not series is to kind of help give exposure to some guitars that most people wouldn't even take a second look at. So today, it's your turn, sir. Alright, so this guitar is a 57 reissue. That means your traditional finish on this one should have been a gold top. However, for whatever reason, it got this interesting blue and gold pattern. Now, this guitar reminds me of three different things. The first one, if you're just looking for a pure blue Les Paul, is in 1990, Gibson did a limited colors edition. They had a translucent blue finish Les Paul. Now, that one's not built to historic specs, so this reissue guitar is technically superior in specs. However, they run about the same price anyways. But other than that, this guitar has a real royal vibe to it. And it honestly reminds me of like a blue kimono dress that has like gold print on it as well. Something like this, or even like this. It's also been used on other dresses. It's just such a royal combination, it's beautiful. But the first thing I thought of was a bowling ball similar to like this one right here. But in looking that up, I found another bowling ball that gave me a really cool idea for this one. Do you see how this ball right here has a lot of black on it? I think this guitar would have been one of my favorite looking Les Pauls had they done a similar vibe. I think adding the black to the blue and gold gives it a completely different feel, and it would be awesome to see one of those as well. Gibson also did a similar looking bowling ball guitar called the Studio Swirl. Those were to commemorate the whole Nashville floods. Those are pretty cool guitars. I've had one or two on my channel. But this guitar has a really nice, elegant vibe to it. But to make it even better, there's a factory stinger. Now, stingers kind of got a bad reputation because people started to do them to hide repairs in the headstock area. But these were initially done on like the really top of the line archtop guitars. It used to be a symbol of class. And usually a stingered Les Paul from the factory will go for a pretty premium because of that feature. But that's the only color on the back of the guitar. The rest is an all natural mahogany color. Personally, I wish there was a little bit more on the back. I think the stinger looks really cool, but then just all mahogany, it almost looks a little bit out of place. I think I might have preferred a dark back on this R7. But it is beautiful wood grain on this one though, don't get me wrong. Now, this one might not be for everyone, but I find it really depends on the angle you view this guitar at, if it looks amazing or if it looks a little strange. So straight on, you kind of get that whole bowling ball kimono vibe again. But when you start to look at an angle, that's where this finish really starts to come to life. Match that with the aged gold hardware, and it does have a very cool vibe to it. Something else I really like about this one is the fretboard. Do you see this light colored streak right here? I love identifying characteristics of guitars like that, because even if somebody steals your guitar, refinishes it, scratches out your serial number or something, you have that identifying feature to help you get your guitar back. Plus, it's nice to have something unique about your guitar. So overall, I like this one. At first, I was a little unsure about the finish, but then once I was able to tie it to other concepts in the world, it just really has a high-end royal Japanese feel to it. And I'm guessing this one would look a lot better in person. Thankfully, the seller still retains its original certificate of authenticity, and he's asking $3,499 for it. Now let's put that into perspective. An R7 will usually run you at market value between $2,300 to $2,800, plus or minus $300 depending on the condition and if it has the certificate of authenticity and case and whatnot. So add in the price of a custom exotic finish from the factory as well as a stinger. Honestly, I think his asking price is very fair, especially considering he's willing to take an offer. So the special finish is what makes this one different, but it's still a maple topped Les Paul with a mahogany back and a big thick 50s styled neck. I didn't find any tone examples of this one, but here's one of another R7. The only question left, would you rock this blue and gold Les Paul R7 or not? Leave your answer down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode. Take care.